Welcome to Midweek Meditation. My name is Amy Ward Brimmer, and I'm coming to you from my home office at Way Opens Wellness, where I teach meditation, offer mindfulness coaching, compassionate listening, and mindful movement strategies like lessons in the Alexander technique, Qigong practice, and somatic release bodywork. So once a week in the middle of a Wednesday, in the middle of a work week, we pause and really just focus on the present moment and do that through present moment awareness, embodied awareness. And as people are learning what it means to be embodied, to be really living in your body, one of the best ways to develop and sort of get more sensitive about your physical self is to focus on the senses. So today we're going to get into meditation in a rather particular way. But as always, just make yourself comfortable in whatever seat you're in, chair or cushion. And just notice that you've arrived. And we're going to do a little bit of sense awareness together, and then we'll settle in for a little more traditional meditation practice. So if you're looking at the screen, either live or with a recording, I invite you to look above the screen and just see the space that you're sitting in. And as you look around, you can look all around, let your eyes roam, let your head and neck follow. See all around you. Even if it's a space you're in every day and you know it really well, just see if you can be seeing it with fresh eyes. And I invite you to find 5 things that attract your attention as you look. Now, they can be objects, or it can be qualities like the texture of something or the way the light comes in through the window. But just look around and find 5 things that catch your eye. They could be pleasant. They could have unpleasant associations. We're not really looking for like the most beautiful thing, but just see what attracts you. And just count 5 to yourself. Find 5 things. Okay, have you got 5? Doesn't take long. It's not a big thing. Don't overthink it. Just see what captures your eye and note that you're seeing it. Take another breath in for a moment, and if you'd like to close your eyes or adopt a soft sort of downward gaze, we're going to open the ear doors now and focus on hearing sounds. So you can close off your visual input or just have an unfocused gaze. And now I invite you to notice 4 distinct sounds that you can hear. Yes, just again, not straining to hear everything, but see, even if things are relatively quiet, you may be able to hear things within your own body or real close to you in the space you're in or very far at a distance, and just see if you can hear 4 things. Great. Now, with eyes open or closed, continuing. Bring your attention inward into the body. Feel your body sitting as you sit. There's a distinct sound. You may be able to hear my cat in the background, but we're turning toward the body now, and I invite you to sense 3 sensations. Feel 3 sensations in this body as you sit. 3 distinct sensations. It could be You know, the feeling of where your hands are resting, what they're touching. Could be something you sense inside your mouth or at your back or at your feet, anywhere. Just the weight, the contact of your sits bones with the seat you're in. Or the movement of your heart or your breathing. Just 3 things you can bring awareness to. Good, sensing into the body, just 3 things that you can feel. And then if you can, 2 things that you can smell or taste. If, like me, you have a beverage handy, this is my mug of tea, you can actually taste and smell. If you don't have any food or drink handy, can you smell? Is there an odor present? Is there residual taste in your mouth, perhaps? What does it taste like in your mouth? And what you might be noting is an absence of odor or flavor, if there's nothing. But if you actually have something to taste and smell, take a moment. Really present to that flavor. So seeing, hearing, sensing, feeling in the body, smelling, tasting. And the 6th sense is not the ability to see dead people. The 6th sense, according to Buddhism, is thoughts and feelings, mental activity. So we don't sometimes think of it as a sense, but it is one of the doors of experience. There are only these 6 ways of experiencing our lives. And the first time I heard this, I was like, what? So if it seems odd that the only experiences you can ever have are your 5 senses and thoughts and feelings, check it out. Test that and see, can you ever have an experience that isn't coming through one or more of those doors? So let's continue to be connected to these senses as we settle in for a time of insight practice today. Now, if you'd like to stay with the sensations of breathing, that is a classic anchor for attention. You could rest your attention on the movement of the breath, same way your body is resting on the seat you're in. Or if you'd like a wider field of sensory experience, resting attention on the body as a whole. The whole body simply sitting, including in present moment awareness, whatever sensations are presenting themselves to be known, and they're just things to be known. Rising and falling, expansion and contraction, the flow, the tingling, the pulsing, contact and weight, moisture and dryness, ease or tension, knowing the body simply through the willingness to feel whatever sensations are coming and going. Allowing awareness to relax in. As we settle in, we can include most or all of the senses we began with. You may be aware of a sound, and then a bodily sensation, and then a taste, or perhaps something you see if your eyes are open. And if they're closed, what's the inner view you're still seeing? Images still come and go. So we'll settle into a time of quiet practice for the next few minutes and simply attending to all the various objects that come to be known moment by moment through these 6 sense doors. And if you lose the thread of awareness, the moment you notice that, that's mindfulness in action. Simply begin again. And as you go along, you might notice how the mind labels these objects as you're knowing them, and how there might be a sense of pleasantness, unpleasantness, or neutrality to what you're knowing moment by moment. So once your attention feels a little stable, you can begin to notice feeling tone as well as each of the senses. And just do your best to be curious and kind. Nothing to do, nothing to get, no one to be. Simply with the moment by moment unfolding of your life. Simply flowing with each moment and what is here and now. No need to do anything with what you're experiencing. Simply content to relax, receive, be interested. As we move toward the end of this time of insight practice, remembering that this is the season of gratitude, of giving thanks, holding in your heart mind these sensory experiences we've just had through seeing, hearing, feeling, tasting and smelling, and aware of emotions and thoughts. Holding that banquet of experiences. Grateful for that cornucopia of variety in any given moment, and the knowing mind that appreciates it and knows it. Grateful for awareness itself. And if your eyes are closed, you can open them, lift your gaze, and we'll bring this meditation to an end. I'm thankful for you, and I appreciate your participation today. We do this every Wednesday at 12:30, and actually next week, which will be the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, for those of you that are available, we'll be doing a special gratitude program that will go for half an hour instead of 20 minutes from 12:30 to 1. I hope you'll join me next week for a live Thanksgiving meditation. Until then, be well, be kind, stay curious.